hunger. It drives people to look through sacks of garbage in Manila, hunting for something to eat. They've been sifting through the waste here since early this morning. The food doesn't have to be appetizing. It just shouldn't make them sick.
You can take it. It isn't spoiled. I take it home, wash it, boil it, and then cook it.
Felipa Balda feeds her family with food that someone else has thrown away. The term for such scraps in the local language, Tagalog, is pagpag. About 13 million people in the Philippines can't afford 3 meals a day. This is the other side of the Philippines, though, prosperous and wasteful. All-you-can-eat buffets are very popular with those who can pay for them. Of course, restaurants throw away a lot of the food they prepare.
So when you are wasting your food, you are wasting a lot of resources such as water, electricity, nutrients of the soil, and even the intermediate processes when you transfer food, manufacture, distribute. So all of these things are contributing to greenhouse gas emissions.
Melody Melo Reich runs the Sustainable Production and Consumption Project of the NGO WWF Philippines. She advises restaurants and hotels on ways to reduce waste. Today, she's visiting the resort town of Tagaytay. It's about an hour-and-a-half drive from Manila. Members of the city's growing middle class like to spend the weekend here, chilling out and eating well. The Picnic Grove is a park where people do exactly what the name suggests. Many bring along food from home.
It's a culture thing, so we always find excuses to get together so we can share food.
This is one way of us to have a bond with the family, with the friends.
Increasing prosperity goes hand in hand with growing wastefulness. An estimated 300,000 tons of rice are thrown away in the Philippines every year. Marlon Azuelo is doing something to combat that. He's a chef who prepares healthy dishes at a spa hotel. Azuelo is determined to minimize waste. He uses every part of a vegetable that can be eaten and composts organic waste. And he takes other steps as well.
Actually,
the best way is through portioning. We used to serve big portions of our dishes, and a lot was wasted, so we decided to downsize our portions. But on our menu, some items are still described as good for 2 persons, good for 5, or for a family, or a platter for a group of friends, so that's still there. But for individuals, we have downsized portions, and we garnish the dishes in such a way that they look bigger than they are.
Marlon Azuelo is involved in the project run by Melody Melo Reich. She often explains to chefs how wasting food is bad for the climate.
When you have food waste and they end up in landfills, they decay naturally and they produce more potent greenhouse gas in the form of methane, which is more than 20 times stronger than carbon dioxide in trapping heat in our atmosphere.
The hotel where Azuelo works even offers its guests tours of its own kitchen garden.
This serves as brain food, and for this area behind you we have here sage,
as well as cooking classes. Azuelo teaches guests ways to avoid generating waste when they cook at home. He also recommends using parts of plants that are usually discarded, like banana flowers, or making fries out of potato skins, or soup out of onion skins.
Right now, I feel like I should have utilized all the ingredients or all the parts that I have cooked before. So now I feel more, I think I should be more responsible in cooking or in preparing food.
I never really knew that it can actually affect the environment. So this is actually an enlightening experience.
Of course, classes at a luxury hotel don't reach a wide audience, and large volumes of food will continue to be discarded across the country. But there's now a bill before Parliament in the Philippines that would oblige food manufacturers, restaurants, hotels, and supermarkets to donate surplus edible food for distribution by food banks to the needy. For now, though, huge amounts of discarded food still end up in a dump in the district of Payatas. Waste pickers here look for things of value in the garbage. Filipa Balde usually finds some food that looks edible. She started working as a waste picker 2 years ago. After her husband died, the burden of feeding the family fell completely on her shoulders. The first thing she does with the chicken she retrieved from the refuse is boil it to kill the bacteria. Then she fries it with onions and serves it to her children and grandchildren for supper.
Here you either have work or you don't. Sure, it would be better not to have to eat this, but it's this or nothing. Life's hard.
Her family will probably have to continue living off discarded food, but receiving it from a food bank would certainly be better than pulling it out of a pile of garbage. She says the revolting stench is something you never get used to.